If you played the first 2 Endless Ocean games, you know that it is a fantastic game. So ever since the announcement of Endless Ocean Luminous, we've all had a lot of questions and a lot of expectations. I'm back with another Endless Ocean Luminous video because I want to get out all the news and information I can to you guys as we get closer and closer to its release on May 2nd. So I've been seeing a lot of questions that I also have myself, which is a lot about the Veiled Sea, if that's the only location we're gonna get, if single player is gonna be a big part of the game or if it's gonna be centered around online play, if there's gonna be prehistoric and extinct creatures, if there's gonna be a storyline. There's a lot of questions just coming from the last 2 games. I think the expectation is very big because that game, let's be honest, if you played it through your childhood, it is a big memory, a fantastic memory, and we've all been waiting for a 3rd game. So I just kind of want to take us through the Nintendo Switch website for a second and just kind of read some things that stuck out to me that might answer some of our questions. So let's do this. Okay, so if you didn't pre-order the game yet and you are interested in pre-ordering, you can do that on the website now. But I wanted to scroll down for a little bit. And the first thing that it says is this was another big concern. It says, take a deep breath and plunge into the Veiled Sea, an unexplored region with discoveries that change with each dive. So this, a lot of us are concerned that the Veiled Sea is the only place you can go and that the map kind of changes as you dive. I wouldn't be surprised if the Veiled Sea was the only location, but I do feel like it's not going to be a changing map every time. I think, and I could be wrong, this is just theory, but I don't know anything about the game, I'm not creating the game, but the fact that it says an unexplored region with discoveries that change with each dive, I feel like that's saying it's going to be a big map with a lot to see and a lot to find, and that's going to kind of make it exciting to dive each time. So even if the Veiled Sea is the only location we have, as much as I love all the different locations and I would love to see that would be ideal, I think they're saying the Veiled Sea is going to have a lot to offer. The fact that it's a Switch game and not a Wii game, honestly, I'm always going to love the Wii so much, and a lot of my favorite games are still on the Wii. They might have to make it not as vast with locations on, you know, they might have to make it a smaller world, and that's why. But I'm hoping even if that's the case, we do have a lot to discover in the Veiled Sea, which I want to talk about this later when I get to my next topic in a little bit. And then it says encounter and learn about over 500 species of marine life, which is awesome, some of which are presumed extinct or even mythical. Okay, so another thing is we all want to see extinct or prehistoric creatures, and right here we've got a little hint. So clearly we're going to be seeing some creatures that are extinct or mythical, which is really exciting. I'm hoping we get a good variety of that too. And the next thing I want to touch on is single player and multiplayer. So a lot of people, including me, are wondering how that's going to go about, because obviously I'm so excited to have multiplayer. I can't wait to dive with you all. I mentioned it in my first Endless Ocean Luminous video, but we're going to have a dive club. So if you want to be a part of it and dive with us, please join. You are welcome. My Discord is linked below. little self-promo. Anyways, if you scroll down here, it says number of players, and it says there's a single system and an online system. Now, I obviously don't know if there's going to be features that you can't get in single player that you can in online mode. I'm not sure, but I would think that the online mode would just be to kind of scuba dive with your friends and discover things if you happen to be on online mode in the Veiled Sea. But I think single system, you're going to be able to do just as much, but you can have up to 30 people online, which I thought was really cool. But the fact that they said number of players single system shows me, or kind of tells me, that there's going to be a full single player mode, just like any other kind of online game. You can kind of do your own thing, but also invite friends if you want to. Yeah, and up here it says greet your fellow divers with the gesture, which I love that we're gonna have like sign language underwater. I think that's adds some realism and it's gonna be really fun. And then it says, and then delve into the depths to share discoveries. So it's like, I don't know, I might be reading too much into it, but I feel like share discoveries, you're doing the same things you would in single player mode, but you're just bringing friends along. So to me, it sounds like we're gonna have a lot to do in single player, just as much as multiplayer, if not more. Especially if we have a quest mode. A lot of games have the quest mode, single player, and the multiplayer is kind of more free roam, so I think that would be really cool. The next thing I want to talk about, which is something else that popped up and I really wanted to make a video and share it with you guys, is there are new Endless Ocean Luminous screenshots. So I'm gonna load up the Reddit page so you can see who posted it and everything. I'm crediting them for finding these photos and posting them. But I really want to show you guys because there's some really exciting sneak peeks in here. So if we load up the pictures, we can see it looks like an albino orca whale behind the scuba diver and some other whales behind. That's beautiful. It almost doesn't look as much like the Veiled Sea, but it might just be another part of it. Because in Endless Ocean Blue World, we had the orcas at the Weddell Sea, I believe, because they are in colder waters. But we might just have all the animals in the Veiled Sea, which is another reason why I would want more than one location, because obviously if there's 500 plus creatures, they all need different environments. And of course, I'm here for the realism, so I would love to have them in their correct environments. And then the picture below is of a shipwreck, which we saw some shipwrecks in the trailer, but this looks awesome. It looks like it's kind of floating, which gives me Dive Discover Dream vibes. If you played Dive Discover Dream, you know that that shipwreck, when I was little, I was haunted by that floating shipwreck in Dive Discover Dream. I remember making my parents try to get to it for me because I was so scared. And it's terrifying to have to dive under it in the open sea. Yeah. I was facing my fears that day. Actually, I wasn't because I was making my parents, but eventually I did go into the shipwreck on my own. But yeah, so there's a shipwreck here and there's obviously sharks everywhere. It looks like this is a different kind of shark than this. These look like your typical great white sharks. Not typical. We love great whites, but you've always got to have a great white and a dolphin. Is that a dolphin in there? And that looks more like a tiger shark. Looking at the snout, how it's more rounded. And then our fish, but this shipwreck looks really cool. It looks pretty big too, and I'm wondering if you can go inside of it. I know I'm looking at the itty bitty details, but that's why I'm here. So, yes. It looks like there's like an opening, and I know in Dive Discover Dream you could go inside, which was awesome. I wonder if we're going to be able to find like treasure and stuff. That would be cool. These are the first two pictures. Then if we scroll over, this is where the excitement comes in. I'm not going to rush to the bottom picture. The first one, we're all looking at the bottom picture. So the first one looks like a coral reef. Manta rays, we got the coral, we've got the little fish, they're so cute. And then back there, it looks like a blue whale is appearing back there. That looks really cool. I'm excited. Oh, I can't wait to see the big whales. So we are going to have a lot of the classic marine animals, which is awesome. And then if you look down at this picture, this is the photo I'm sure everyone's raving about because I'm also taken away by this photo. So this looks like a temple, undersea temple. And I'm wondering if this is in the Veiled Sea because it looks like it would be on a different map. But again, it could be a big map and this could just be a different area in the Veiled Sea. But it looks like we're going to have undersea sunken adventures. And I'm excited because we had in Blue World, we had Valka Castle, which was amazing, so beautiful. Seeing that Thanatos through the window was always just like took your breath away every time. So having undersea temples and castles is always just so incredible. So it looks like we're gonna get a temple, and if you look over here, that looks like no ordinary creature. That looks pretty prehistoric to me. Or is that a turtle? Guys, I don't want to like make this clickbait or spread false information, but that looks kind of prehistoric to me. I don't know why a sea turtle, I mean a sea turtle could be at a temple, but I don't know. But also, what is that? Okay, you guys, you need to comment and let me know what you think this is, because it looks kind of prehistoric, but also it could be our friendly sea turtle. Could be Crouch the sea turtle. I don't know. Yeah, so there are creatures around here, which if there was a temple with prehistoric creatures and extinct creatures, can you imagine how amazing that would be? That would be incredible. But it could, I don't know, could be a sea turtle. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. And that was all of the stuff I kind of compiled. I'm going to keep searching around for things and sharing content as I can. And once this game comes out, I will definitely be doing a playthrough with you guys and doing live streams where we can dive together. Our dive club is happening and I'm really excited. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for more updates as I find updates and news, and then for the playthrough. But you guys are awesome. You've been so supportive. Thank you for all your thoughts. I love talking to you all about this game, and I can't wait to see your thoughts on the game when it comes out, and I can't wait to play it myself. So with that being said, that's all I have for you guys now. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye guys!